So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change my render settings. Go to the output module, set that to 1280 by 720. Okay, close that. And then I'm going to go and grab a new plane. I'm going to set the width to 600 centimeters and the height to 400, and the width segments and the height segments down to 1. And I'm going to set the orientation to +Z, so it's facing us. And I'm going to make this editable now, and I'm just going to make a small material so that we can, have a better look of it, because it's too dark and you can see the edges properly. So I'm just going to go to the color channel and remove the specular for this one, and make it this little bit dark gray over there. Say okay, close this up. Let's take this material, drop it on this. Okay, so now once I'm going to make it, I'm going to select the edge tool, and I'm going to select these two edges, this one and this one, and I'm going to go right click and I'm going to choose edge cut, and I'm going to uncheck create endguards and hit apply. So now we get this one edge cut. And now I'm going to go select this edge over here, and I'm going to go right click and choose bevel, and I'm going to set the inner offset to 165 centimeters and hit apply. Next I'm going to select all these 4 edges that we just created, and I'm going to right click, choose edge cut, I'm going to set the subdivisions to 4, and I'm going to hit apply. Now I'm going to go to and select the rectangular tool. I'm going to go to my front view over here, and in my front view I'm going to select these 4 edges. I'm going to choose only select visible elements, uncheck only select visible, and I'm going to choose this one. I'm holding down shift to select all of them, and I'm going to right click and choose bevel, and I'm going to set the inner offset to 3 centimeters. Next I'm going to go back and choose my light selection tool. I'm going to select this edge, and this edge over here, and I'm going to press T to bring the scale, and I'm going to set the Y value to 305. Let's get back to our perspective view. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my polygon selection. I'm going to press Ctrl A to select all of the polygons. I'm going to right click and choose reverse normals, and then I'm going to go and hold down Ctrl and select all these polygons so that we don't want to get them selected and we have only these selected. And I'm going to go right click and choose extrude inner, extrude, and I'm going to set the offset down to 6 and hit apply. So we have a small extrusion over here. Then I'm going to go and select this polygon over here and this polygon over here, and I'm going to right click and choose extrude inner, and I'm going to give it an offset of 24 centimeters, hit apply. Then I'm going to go select the edge tool and select this edge over here, this edge over here. Oops, there seems to be a small mistake. Let me just fix that. That looks about pretty right. Actually, I'm going to select this edge, and this edge over here. I accidentally selected this edge, and I'm going to go and choose extrude inner, set that to 24, hit apply, and then I'm going to go select this edge over here, and move, and this edge over here. Zoom back so you have a good look, and I'm going to delete them. And edge tool, I'm going to select this edge and this edge, and I'm going to set the X size to 600 so it flattens out over there. Okay, now I'm going to go to my point selection, select 4 points over here. That's 1, that's 2, that's 3, that's 4. And I'm going to right click and I'm going to choose bevel, and I'm going to set the inner offset to 31 centimeters, and I'm going to hit apply, and I'm going to choose create endguards. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the light selection tool, and that is going to be a little bit of a tedious work, so we have no other go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go select, let's get a closer look, yes, right, I'm going to select this point over here, these 2 points over there, right click, and I'm going to choose weld, and I'm going to press the center over there, and that just welds it up. Okay, and Let's get down here. See if we have a clean look. Right, okay, so I'm going to select this point and this point, and I'm going to right click weld, and just click that so it gets welded. Let's move, same over here, select this point, and weld. Let's move up. Select this point, and weld. Okay, let's zoom back. Go to select the polygon tool. I'm going to select this polygon, and I'm going to click over here, choose extrude, set the offset to -5, hit apply, right click, choose extrude inner, then give it an offset of 5, hit apply, and I'm going to choose right click extrude, and this time I'm going to set it to -20, and then hit apply. After that, I'm going to go and I'm going to select these 3 polygons and hit delete, and the same with these, the same here. Just rotate around. I'm going to select these 3 polygons and hit delete. Then let me just pop into the front view, select the points tool. I'm going to go to the rectangle selection tool, select these polygons. I'm going to set the x to -300 and position x and the size y to 0. I'm going to hit apply, and I'm going to select these polygons over here. I'm going to set the x position to 300 and the x to 0. Let me just get back to the perspective view now. I'm going to go here. I'm going to select this polygon, or this. I'm going to select the polygon tool. Select this polygon, this polygon, this polygon, and I'm going to go and choose extrude inner, and I'm going to set the offset to 7. Okay, next we're going to select a few polygons. This is going to be a little tricky, but I hope you guys can follow. I'm going to select the one right on the side, and if you're not able to select them, what you can do is I'm going to set the radius down to 1, so that it limits your selection, so you can select it better. Select that polygon. I'm going to select that polygon, and I'm going to select this polygon, move it over, and I'm going to select this polygon and this polygon, and I'm going to go here and I'm going to select this top polygon. Make sure only select visible elements is on. Okay, let's turn over here, and I'm going to select this polygon. Then I'm going to go and pop into my front view, so I go to the rectangle selection tool, and I'm going to select these polygons. Just Ctrl Z, hold on Shift, and then select them, okay, and carefully select these bottom polygons as well. After selecting them, I'm going to press delete. To delete them, go to the point tool. I'm going to press Ctrl A to select all. I'm going to right click and choose optimize and say okay. Let's close this and let's get back to our perspective view. I'm going to select the edge tool, select my live selection tool, move down, and I'm going to select live selection. I'm going to select this one here, and these 3 edges. Okay, and I'm going to set the y position of this to -200 and hit apply. I'm going to select my polygon tool now. I'm going to select this polygon over here, this polygon over here, right click, not bevel, we want to extrude it by giving it an offset of -10, and I'm going to select this middle polygon over here. Let's select this. I'm going to extrude it by giving it an offset of -20. Okay, cool. And then I'm going to go and just get a better look over here. I'm going to select this polygon over here, this polygon over here, and this polygon over here, and I'm going to delete them. Then let's move up. I'm going to select this polygon, and this polygon. Right click, extrude inner with an offset of 5 centimeters. After which I will select this polygon over here, this polygon, this polygon, this polygon, and this polygon. So oops, this one as well. So these polygons, and I'm going to delete them. Then go to the point tool, Control A, right click, optimize, okay. Then go back to our edge tool and select this edge and this edge, this edge, this edge, and this edge. And I'm going to set the Y position to 200 centimeters. Okay, let's see if everything is perfect, and it is perfect. And then I'm going to select this right side edge over here and this edge over here, and I'm going to set the X position to 600. It's X size, not position, sorry. Then go back to my polygon mode. I'm going to select this polygon over here, this polygon over here, and this polygon over here, and I'm going to extrude it with an offset of 10 centimeters. Actually, let me just do that to 15 centimeters. Once we do the 15, let's extrude it again with an offset of 25 centimeters. So there's 25. And then I'm going to go back to my edge tool, select this edge, come on, select the edge, yes, this edge, and this edge, and I'm going to set the Y position to 190. And I'm going to go to this font tag over here, and I'm going to set the font level to 22. Then back to my polygon tool, I'm going to select a few polygons. So we want these 4 polygons plus these 2 top polygons, and these 4 polygons, and I'm going to hit delete. Go back to my point tool, press Ctrl A, right click, optimize, hit OK, back to my polygon tool, done. And then I'm going to select this edge, this polygon, and this polygon. And then I'm going to go to my plugins, and I'm going to select this plugin called Wedge Extrude. I'll put a link in the description for the place where you can get this. Just download it, it's just going to be a very small file. And anyways, the segments I'm going to set that to 5, and the end angle I'm going to set that to 90. And I'm going to go to my point tool. Let's bring this down. Let's move it over here. I'm going to unselect everything. I'm going to select this, and this command edge, and I'm going to hit extrude. So what it does is it just makes a roundness there. That's nothing much. It's optional. If you guys want, you can do it all around. It's up to you. Okay. Anyways, let's continue. The next thing you want to do is going to go choose the point mode as a plane. Yes. Control A, right click, optimize, okay, and press Control D to deselect. Oops, sorry. Just click away. Okay. In the polygon mode, we have already these 3 polygons selected, and along with that, I'm going to select these polygons on the right side and these polygons on the left side, and delete. After deleting them, let's go to the point mode, right click, select all, optimize, and okay, back to our polygon tool. Let's move over here. Let's do some front modeling. Okay, I'm going to select all these front polygons, choose right click, extrude inner, and I will set the offset to 20. Okay, now I'm going to select the point tool, so right selection tool. I'm going to select these points over here. So basically these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points, and I'm going to set the Y position to 132. Hit apply. Oops, Control Z. Set the X position to 312. My bad. No, 1 second. My bad. Set the Y size to 0. So you know it comes up in a line. I would also want to make this Y position to 132, and then I'm going to go back and select these points, these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points. Set this to -132, hit apply, and the Y size to 0 and hit apply. After which, let me zoom in a bit front over here. I'm going to select only these 2 points and choose right click, weld, and weld them. Select these 2 points. Oops, not that. Select only these 2 points. Right click, weld, weld. Come on. Weld, not stitches, do weld. Okay, let's go up. Select these 2 points. Points, weld, and select these 2 points. Oops, selected only 1 point. Good. Select these 2 points, weld. Let me just do a quick save, file the save. Okay, then go to my polygon selection tool, select these 3 polygons, which are already selected. Right click, extrude, offset -7. Okay, let's use our edge tool. Let's zoom in over here. I'm going to select 4 edges. Let me see. Okay, so this is going to be 1 edge. Okay, let's move back. On here, we're going to turn around. Zoom in. Select this edge. Let's go down here, turn, select this edge, go here, this side, turn around, oops, turn around, select this edge, oops, not that one, this edge, deselect, come on, yes, and I'm going to right click, bevel. I'm going to set the type to convex with an inner offset of 25 centimeters and a subdivision of 11, and then hit apply. So now, you know, see it rounds out, gives it a nice roundy look. And then I'm going to go to my polygon selection. I'm going to go to selection, loop selection, select this loop over here. I'm going to right click, and I'm going to re-triangulate engons. Not that. Oops, what was it called? Unitriangulate, remove engons? Nope. Yes. We wanted to remove engons, which is where we get these subdivisions over here. Okay, now let's do a small tedious work. Let's go into our front mode. Select my points tool. Select this point selection over here. Let's zoom in to here. let's zoom over here. So we want to select this point, right click, weld, and you want to weld it to the edge this time, not to the center of those 2 points. You know what I mean? Yeah. Let's move to this side over here. Let's turn around, select this point, right click, weld, and weld it to the edge. Oops. Let's get close in so you know it's precisely done and we don't have any other problems. Okay, right click, weld, and then we gotta move to the side over here, and then select this point and this point. Oops. Is that right? Right click, oops, weld, choose weld and weld it. Let's get close so we can weld it properly. And we want to weld it over here. Okay, after that, let's go and select these 3 big polygons over here. Right click, extrude inner, set the offset to 5, hit apply, right click, extrude, set that to -5, hit apply, and right click, on to choose extrude inner. You want to uncheck preserve groups, and you're going to set the offset to 10 centimeters, and then hit apply. Okay, then we want to go to our our front view, point tool and rectangle selection tool. I'm going to select these points over here. I'm going to choose right click, weld, and weld them. Let's move on to the right side, select these points, oops, select these points, weld. Let's move up, select these points, oops, where's my cursor? Weld, weld. Okay, then let's zoom back. Select the rectangle selection tool. We're going to select these 4 points over here. Set the Y to 113. Hit apply, and we want to set the X position to 0, and then you want to select these points, set the X position to whoops, something wrong. Okay, anyways, let's just select these points over here, set the X position to 0, and the Y position to -113. Something up. Okay. Actually, let's Control Z everything. So that we get back to our main thing. We want to select these 4 points along with these edge points, and we want this point as well. And then I'm going to set this to 113 and the Y position to 0, and then hit apply. Okay, let's do the same thing over here. Select these points, set this to -113 on the Y, and the Y I'm going to set that to 0, and then hit apply. Okay, then what we want to do is we want to select these points and these points, and set the X to 265. Next we want to go to the polygon mode, go to the live selection. We're gonna select a few polygons over here. I'm gonna select all these polygons, this one, these polygons, go down, select these polygons, select these polygons, and then move down and select these polygons, and then I'm going to go right click and choose where is it, melt. What it does, it melts a few polygons, but as you can see here, a few polygons are not melted, so we're going to select these again and just go choose right and choose melt. So now that takes out the whole of the thing. Just do a quick save. Okay, let's select the plane, go to a point tool, and with these points selected, I'm going to select a few more points. Select these top 4 and these bottom 4, and then we'll choose bevel. I'm going to set the subdivision to 0 and the inner offset to 10 centimeters and hit apply. Next, a little bit more welding. Let's go into our perspective view over here. Let's have a look at these points over here. I'm going to select these 3 points, right click, weld, and weld them there. Select these 3 points, right, weld them there. Oops. You can select 1, 2, 3. I'm just pressing space bar to get back to the previous tool. So if I press space bar again, I go to the right selection. If I press space bar again, I go to the stitch and sew. Sorry, the weld, space bar, select these 2 polygons, space bar. Oops, not there. We want to weld it down at the edge. Move, space bar, select these 3 polygons. Select 3 polygons, space bar, weld. Then you want to zoom back. Select this edge cut. Sorry, not edge cut, the edge selection. I'm going to go selection and I'm going to choose a ring selection. And I'm going to select all these lines over here, and I'm going to right click and choose edge cut with a subdivision of 1 and 1. Hit apply. And then I'm going to go back to the front view, zoom back. I'm going to go and select the rectangular selection tool, select rectangular selection tool, select these edges. I'm just going to go bevel, set the inner offset to 35, hit apply, and I'm going to bevel it again, and I'm going to set the subdivision offset this time to 6. Okay, then go to the polygon selection. We're gonna go select these polygons over here, this bottom polygon as well. Oops. These polygons here, these polygons here, these polygons here, and I'm gonna press right click, extrude. I'm going to set the offset to -6 and hit apply. So let's just go to the perspective and see how it looks. You can see the extrude here. Okay, then keep these polygons selected, and we're going to deselect these 6 polygons, and I'm going to press right click, extrude, and I'm going to set the offset to -10. Then I'm going to zoom back. This plane. select this, select these two polygons, select these two polygons, these two polygons, these two polygons, these two polygons, right click, melt. Okay, and with these things selected, I'm going to go to choose selection, and I'm going to choose hide unselected, and then we're going to go back. Be very careful because you might screw it up. Just do as I say, don't press anything else, and go to the point selection here, right click, choose knife, select this point, hold on shift, drag to the right. Select this point, hold on shift, oops, drag to the right. Select this point, hold on shift, drag to the right, hold on this, select shift, drag to the right. Then you can go back to your selection and unhide all. Oops, you have to select this polygon and go to selection and unhide all. Okay, then I'm gonna go select this polygon, right click, extrude inner, and set the offset to 4, right click, extrude, and set the offset to -1. That's it. Let's see how that looks. Let's go here and here. So we can see a small extrusion inside. You can see it for yourself. And then we're going to select the rectangle selection tool, select all these polygons over here,